overlay seems... Is that the overlay? Where's my... Come on, Twitch. I'm going to assume we're live, because stuff it. So, hello. And we're back in Baldur's Gate 3. So, the story so far is that we are Power. We are a tiefling fighter. We're from Baldur's Gate, but we spent most of our time in Avernus, the first of the 9 hells. And we're much more tuned in to that sort of diabolic culture than we are in the world around us, which is going to impact a lot of our decisions. So that's our backstory. But in-game, we have been abducted from Baldur's Gate, and we were on a Nautiloid, a Mind Flayer ship. There, we got infected with a Mind Flayer tadpole, which will eventually, we're told, turn us into a Mind Flayer, but in the meanwhile has given us some cool kind of mind control-y powers. So we've got that going for us. We want, however, or at least a number of our companions want us to remove it. We currently have Shadowheart. She is a mysterious cleric. I don't think we know too much about her. She was on the Nautiloid with us, and there was like a big crash, and we found her afterwards. Asterion, when we first met him, tried to kill us, and ever since then has constantly been dying himself. We have Lae'zel. She is a Githyanki. She was our first companion. She wants us to find this Githyanki creche where they can apparently remove this Mind Flayer tadpole. And we've also met Will, who is a folk hero known as the Blade of Frontiers. He's currently back at our camp. Probably going to get him in a bit, but I want to actually finish Lae'zel's little story first, and then we'll switch out Lae'zel for Will. There is another companion who I know where they are, but we haven't actually got them yet, but we'll get to them later. Let me know how this is all looking and sounding. By the way, this conversation's been going on for the last half hour on repeat, and it's driving me a little bit into frustration. But we're in this Druid Grove right now, and apparently the Druids are under threat by a nearby goblin tribe and are threatening to throw out all the refugees who are here, and we want to solve that problem somehow, preferably by not having all the tieflings murdered, because we like tieflings. Alright, that's vaguely caught up. Right, so who are you? Damon, a trader. Oh yeah, we got a fire axe for Lae'zel last time.
If you need to replace any gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel.
Alright, so let me see your wares. That forge is holding on by a thread. Are you a smith?
Best. People came from as far as Neverwinter to buy my swords. Funny how things change when your bloodline becomes a problem. Guess I'll be starting over in Baldur's Gate. I hope people are more open-minded there.
Alright, let's see what they got. Ooh, that's a lot of shiny stuff. Maybe we shouldn't have bought the fire axe. That's just a +1 scale mail armor. That's fine. A blooded great axe. Stained brown and reeking of iron. This great axe once belonged to a killer so deranged, his name was magically scrubbed from all histories. That sounds interesting. When the wielder has 50 hit points or less, they deal an additional 1d6 slashing. I mean, I'd rather not be in that situation, truth be told. I'm not... How much actually is it? It says 300 at the bottom, but... Alright, 720. Quarterstaff +1. Hand axe +1. Just a load of +1 weapons, it seems. Arrow of Roaring Thunder. Dagger +1. And an Arrow of Ilmata, which does necrotic damage. Alright. I think the Blooded Great Axe is the only one that sounds particularly exciting until I have properly money to burn on just random equipment. I mean, while I'm here, I might as well sell these daggers. Have any other equipment I'm not using? Goblin Bow. Mace. Silver Band. And we're keeping the Silver Locket, just in case. Alright. That'll do. So what the heck are you three yammering about, and can I steal your stuff?
Lee and Roland would never admit it, but they take an arrow for the other. Also stab each other. Not sure what will come first. Thanks for cutting in. There might have been more than words if you hadn't.
I'm willing to bet there wouldn't have been.
I care about... We should have left by now. Damnation. Instead, we're just sitting here, practically begging to be attacked. Staying is a mistake.
1, you're doing the right thing. The others need help. 2, why the rush to leave? 3, leave on your own. Why wait? Or 4, tiefling so eager to go to Baldur's Gate. Do they even welcome tieflings? Yeah, we're going to be suspicious about it.
More than most. A few strangers may stare, but they'll keep their daggers sheathed. I'll be warmly received. Besides, you are looking at Leroican's newest apprentice.
Who?
Yes, that Leroican. The greatest wizard in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, that's exactly the right sort of reaction that statement deserves. So 1, you sound excited, or 2, is this Leroican of Ramazith's Tower? I mean, we do have a decent intelligence, so we might have heard of this person before. I'm willing to go with that, so let's go with 2.
His name is known far and wide, I see. Few can match him in terms of raw power and talent. Until now, that is.
Alright, you're full of yourself.
I've admired Leroican for years. Never dreamed he'd answer my letter. But I've worked myself to the bone for this. Few can match me in either magic or talent. The names Roland and Leroican will be known far and wide. You'll see.
Sure.
Druids.
Those goblins will rue the day they chose to tangle with this grove. You and I will do some good here. I can feel it.
I think I should remember who they are, but did they help us outside the gate? We got... Ooh, Auntie Ethel.
Hello there, sweetness. If it isn't the talk of the camp. It's a rare day when I see one of you lot about. There isn't a bit of colour in those cheeks, Petal. Are you hurt? Cold? Feverish?
I'm bright red.
We'll sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore.
So 1, there's no need, I'm fine really. 2, let her fuss over you. 3, what are you, an alchemist? 4, I'm just here to trade. Or 5, leave. I think I'm going to go for what are you, an alchemist?
Oh, nothing as fancy as that. But I come from a long line of women with a dab hand at such things. Aha! You take a sup at that and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie.
And what is this exactly? Drink the potion. Or 3, might this concoction also help with something more serious? I'm going to go with 1. And what is this exactly?
Oh, 'tis just a healing potion, nothing fancy. Here. You just look like you might need a pick-me-up. I'm sorry to go on about it, but are you all right? You're looking awful peaky.
I'm fine. Yeah, let's go with 2. I'm fine, just bone weary after a difficult day.
Oh, stop! Even on a good day, half the camp acts like a bunch of screaming brats. I'm tempted to smack them all on the backside and tell them to kiss and make up.
That's sexual harassment, Ethel.
Not that they'd listen to little old me. Anyway, do you need anything? I have a few odds and ends for sale.
Yeah, let's see what they've got. Corellan's Grace. This light, flexible staff is of elven make, marked with mithril sigils that channel magic in the blink of an eye. If the wielder is attacked while not wearing armor, they receive a d4 bonus to saving throws. That doesn't feel that great. I mean, how many... I guess they might try and trip us or something like that, but... Like, the main issue about us being attacked when not wearing armor is the fact that our AC is low because we're not wearing armor, and that's nothing to do with our saves. I think probably not that. Then... There's a bonus action for something to do with this, I guess. Legend says the first crocus was created by Lathander the Morning Lord. That's a nickname. Which is why this delicate flower is always found stretching its petals towards the sun. But no real description about what it does on a bonus action. I think belladonna, yeah, belladonna's some sort of toxin. So I think that there is planned to have some sort of crafting in the game. So maybe this is to do with that. I don't think we've unlocked the crafting yet, or at least the button to open the crafting screen doesn't really work. It says it's G, but I'm pressing G. And where's the mouse gone? There it is. Yeah, there's no button to, like, combine this with something else. That's fair. I'm guessing this is all own stuff? Yeah.
Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
I could take a bowl. I'm not hungry. What is it exactly? A bowl of grey goo reminds me of home. It's clearly yellow. Let's ask what it is.
Food. You want it or not?
Yeah, sure.
Look, it ain't much, but it might make all the difference. The only way we'll make it to Baldur's Gate is to run, and run hard. If a gnoll catches your scent, you'll need every bit of strength. Trust me.
No, you just care about your stupid apprenticeship.
What did we actually get? I guess it'd been consumables. Oh, just gruel. Yeah, this doesn't tell us. Yeah, I think we have to consume things before we can actually find out what they do. That would explain things. Or, you know, in a year's time when everything's a bit more stable, just look at the wiki. Ooh, a torch. That will be good. I think there is something, like, mechanically, to a certain extent, interesting about not necessarily knowing what something does until you use it. But in this internet age, it does just reward looking at the wiki unless you're actually randomizing things, doesn't it? Alright, so. A is for Azuth and other gods. Ilmata hears the martyr's cries, takes in the ill and the oppressed. When one to help the other dies, then by Ilmata they are blessed. Jurgle, or so it's often said, once gave away his bony throne. For Kelemvor he tracks the dead, make sure the dead souls do not roam. So Jurgle is sort of god of death, sort of a reaper. Or sort of Hades type. Ilmata is something closer to, I guess, what Christianity imagines their god to be like. Kelemvor, Lord of the Dead, will take your hand when death arrives, make sure souls are properly led to all their proper afterlives. Okay, so like Jurgle is more the Reaper, and Kelemvor is more a Hades type, who is looking after the realm of the dead, I guess. Give me potatoes! And the Annals of Baldur's Gate. Centuries ago, a young man sailed from the village of Grey Harbour. Where he went, what he saw, and the deeds he accomplished are simple legends today, but the wealth he returned with years later is a hard fact. Balduran made Grey Harbour rich. His gold built docks, funded businesses and raised strong walls to protect it all. One of the gates into this flourishing city was named in his honour. But so great was the wealth that flowed through it that the name of this gate became more famous than the village that started it all. The name Grey Harbour has been relegated to dusty history books and ancient maps, but Baldur's Gate? That name is on the lips of every traveller in Faerun. Oh. This door is locked. I guess this might be where the Druids are doing their ritual. Oh, Zorro is here. I think. He's one of the people that I think might know where the creche is. Is it on... Oh, Zora's right here.
By Mordai's eyes, another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
So 1, yes, and I suggest you do as she says. 2, you heard the woman, bow. 3, hold it, Lysel, I'll see to this one. Or 4, Tiefling, show some sympathy, Lysel, he's terrified. I'm gonna go with 3, I think. Hold it, Lysel, I'll see to this one.
You dare interrupt? Has the tadpole ravaged your senses?
Alright, 1, fine, do as you must, but make it quick.
Bow. Lower.
So 1, wait for the tiefling to obey. 2, she's serious, you'd better get on your knees fast. 3, that's enough, Lae'zel, I'll take it from here. Or 4, tiefling, stop it, he's suffered enough. I'm just gonna step back and see what happens.
You saw another gith. Where?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us for we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly. Straight to the other side.
No twisting. Kin must have been in a hurry. The map. Show me. Up. You can keep your innards.
Oh, you're not going to eviscerate him? I was hoping for a show.
Cool your blood. I'll indulge you soon enough.
Alright.
Gods, deliver me.
Okay. So they're running away. Oh, and we've leveled up. Level 3. From what I understand, this early access goes up to level 4. So we've mostly got all the levels we're ever going to get. Right, so we can choose our subclass. I want to be an Eldritch Knight. That's what I was aiming for. So Eldritch... I mean, let's see what the other option is. Battlemaster of Paragons of Tactical Superiority, combining combat maneuvers and experience in the field to dominate every fight. So... Oh! There are things called superiority dice, I guess. Don't really know what that's about, but... Oh, I guess we would have picked... Okay, so you can spend a superiority dice to deal some additional damage and possibly frighten the target. And or push them back. You can heal using it. Well, heal someone else. Or riposte when a creature misses you with a melee attack, expend a superiority die to retaliate. Deals more damage. That seems pretty good. I'm still going to go Eldritch Knight. But Lae'zel's going to be a Battlemaster. Right, what cantrips do we have? The Firebolt might be pretty good to have a sort of ranged cantrip. I think we've already got Mage Hand, I want to say. Shocking Grasp. I was hoping for Booming Blade to be on here, but it doesn't seem to be. Alright. Yeah, I think we're gonna go... Gonna get rid of... Gonna have Firebolt. Unless we've got something that does... Ooh, Ray of Frost. It deals 1d8 cold and reduces the target speed by 3 meters. But Firebolt does create a flammable surface which we can use for explosions. Let's go with Firebolt. And Shocking Grasp does seem like it would be fun. We'll go for that. Then, first level spells. So Thunderwave pushes people away. Got Burning Hands, which I'm assuming is a cone. It doesn't explicitly say what it's... Oh, its range is 5 meters, but it doesn't say that it's in a cone, but I'm assuming it is. Magic Missile, always good. Mage Armor. If you're not wearing armor, your AC increases by 3, but we're a warrior, we're going to be wearing armor. Protection from evil and good. Thunderwave. Ooh, Witch Bolt. I think we'll keep Thunderwave. Because that seems like it could be very useful situationally if people are near ledges and things like that. I'm going to get rid of Burning Hands and put in Witch Bolt. And I'm not sure, is this like a Tiefling thing? We get some extra spells because of Tiefling? Let's just... Featherfall will probably be useful. Is Grease flammable? I don't know if Grease is flammable or not. Okay. I think I'm going to go for Featherfall. And... Oh, we also get Jump. Because of our Tiefling thing. Alright. Good. Oh, no. Accept. Right, let's just rearrange our bar down here. Because I've arranged it in a particular... way. So we've got cantrips down here. These are like class abilities up top. Then we're going to have first level spells here. Well, I think some of these might come from different pools. I'm not sure. Oh, jump is... Let's get rid of that there. That can go on the top bar. So that doesn't use any spell things. Right. Lae'zel. So Lae'zel now has 21 hit points. Has learned Blindness. Hold Person. Prayer of Healing. That's an evocation. Is healing evocation in this? Yeah, alright. That seems pretty great. So that, yeah, it's an action. And silence. So prepared. So we don't prepare like first and second level spells separately, I guess. Alright, so what do we want? I'm going to keep Healing Word. And Guiding Bolt. I think we want Prayer of Healing and we want Lesser Restoration. I'm going to leave off Cure Wounds at this point because we've got a better out of combat healing. I think we'll keep Command. And let's have Hold Person as well. Why not? The new features Mirror Image. Level 2 Illusion Spell. Pass Without Trace. Increase Stealth, I assume. Yep. Aid. And lesser restoration, yeah. So we saw all those things. That's cool. Astarion can either become an arcane trickster, which gives him the ability to use illusions and enchantments to keep their opponent on the back foot. Mage Hand Legerdemain is always useful, is the thing. Or Thief. Which gives him an additional bonus action. That could be pretty good. And resistance to falling damage. I mean, let's see what... I'm sure there's lots of great things for Thief, but just the idea of having Mage Hand Legerdemain and being able to do things like lockpicking at a distance while sort of being stealthed somewhere else seems like it would be pretty useful. So I think we're going to go Arcane Trickster. Alright, so cantrips. We've got Acid Splash. It deals 1d6 acid to each creature it hits. And I think we saw previously that acid also decreases their AC, so that could be just very useful. So this is Chill Touch. Assault a creature with Chill of the Grave. It takes 1d8 necrotic and cannot regain hit points. Undead creatures also gain disadvantage on attack rolls. I like the idea of necromancy for him. So yeah, let's pick up Acid Splash and Chill Touch. And first level spells. Sleep can be pretty good, but I'm not convinced. Or Disguise Self. I mean, the thing is, Disguise Self and Charm Person are very, very useful spells in the tabletop setting, but I'm not sure how useful they'd be here. So I think we're going to leave it as is. And I guess... I'm not sure what this second pool is, but alright. I mean, Witch Bolt, Ray of Sickness. Deals 2d8 poison and possibly poisons the target. Do we have any, like, necromancy stuff? False Life, eh. Alright, let's grab Ray of Sickness. And finally, Lae'zel, you are going to be a Battle Master. I think we'll... No, I like Menacing Attack on you. Gonna do this. That seems reasonable. Alright. So on our bars... What did we pick up? No, Invoke Duplicity, that's that. Let's just get rid of all of this. Oh, this lets us use these spells at higher levels, I guess. Yeah. I think I'm not going to put all the higher level versions of spells on the bar. But essentially, if I feel like I need them at higher level, I'll come into this and sort of do it on the fly. Hold Person, Prayer of Healing. No, that's a high level version of that. Other ones that don't have numbers next to them are the actual second level spells, I guess. We should have 5 there, that's good. Alright, that seems correct. Astarion, we're getting some cantrips going. Then we're going to want Sleep, Colour Spray, and Ray of Sickness. Colour Spray. Sleep. Ray of Sickness. And finally, so menacing attacks, yeah, that's all good to be there. Yeah, I think that's right. Good.
Your kind proves compliant. A useful trait.
I warned you, didn't I? You ought to reconsider keeping her around before she causes real trouble.
So 1, you're a dab-handed interrogations. We might need that skill again. 2, what comes next? 3, you shouldn't have to be so rough with him. Or 4, tieflings aren't compliant. We're survivors. Yeah.
Cockroaches are survivors, yet I do not congratulate them. The tiefling was clear. If there are Githyanki west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait.
1, tiefling. We are tieflings with an F. 2, what do you mean purification? 3, insight. Are her intentions sincere? Watch closely for signs of deceit. Or 4, leave it. Yeah, I think we'll do this insight check. DC 9. No!
You see nothing unusual in Lae'zel's demeanor.
So what do you mean purification?
The creche holds the Zaithisk. It will cleanse us of the parasite. By covenant, I can say no more.
I'm not going to push her on that tiefling thing. Alright, so... let me just see if this ranged legerdemain thing is properly working. Alright, so I'm not... oh, I think we need to summon the mage hand for that, don't we? Wait, did I forget to actually take mage hand as a cantrip? I'm the worst arcane trickster. Alright. Let me just double check. Minor illusion, chill touch. Yep. Whoops. I don't think anyone even has mage hand in the party. I thought that I picked like mage hand as a base thing with power, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. All right. All right, let's get... oh. What is this cone of vision from? Oh, from this person. Oh, we're in a pantry, alright.
Stop! This place is off limits. Leave.
I'm just looking around. Insight, study her face and try to read her emotions. 3, persuasion, don't worry, I'm here to help. 4, deception, I'm afraid I can't, I've been placed in charge of this area. 5, intimidation, hush girl, another word and I'll snap your neck or just attack her. Well, let's do the insight first. Again, DC 9. Yeah, 1 better.
You note her grimace of pain. Something is wrong with her legs.
Damn it! Don't look at me like that. You can stay. Just keep your hands to yourself, all right?
1, need a hand up, or 2, you look ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, we're not the nicest person.
Yes, thanks. I know. Should have never taken that bloody potion.
1, sounds like it was quite the dodgy brew. 2, where did you get this potion? I'm betting Ethel. 3, don't worry, you're not the only one to have trouble standing after too many potions. Or 4, she's helpless, take her bag and leave. I'd say, don't worry, you're not the only one to have trouble standing after too many potions.
I'm not drunk. I just can't stand. I wanted an edge against the goblins, and I got it. I I'm as strong as a bugbear. And fearless. But the old lady, she warned me of side effects. Should have listened. Now I'm stuck guarding crates.
1. Crate guarding is a serious job. 2. You must feel pretty useless. Or 3. Leave. You must feel pretty useless.
And then some. I just hope this wears off soon.
Alright, guess we can't really nick anything while we're here. You have a ledger there, which we can read safely. Supply log is scrawled and underlined on the inside cover. The dirt-stained pages that follow track the storage and use of food and medical supplies. A flurry of entries near the end suggest that the reserves are nearly depleted. And inside these things over here, which we can safely look in. Ooh, hammer, rope. This all seems very useful. Anything else good that I can legally take? Oh, nope, come on, nope.
What is it?
Let me look at the stuff. Stuff and things. Oh, nope, that. Drop that. Wine, always good. Like, what happens if I... Yeah, she has terrible peripheral vision. Oh, nope, don't pick that up. Oh, I'm not. Good. So is the key for this? Yes. Small bottle, basic poison. That's fine. Alright. That was good looting. I think there was... Yeah, we've not talking to Gwex yet. Or Asherak, for that matter.
Step, Harry, strike, damn it! It's just not landing.
One interesting technique having some trouble. You'd better surrender. That target's a far better fighter. 3, fighter, I could show you a thing or two if you're a willing pupil. I think you'd better surrender. That target's a far better fighter.
You have a better way? 'Cause I'm all ears. We need to be ready for a fight. But I'm useless with a sword.
Clearly. So, 1, athletics, demonstrate a swing, show him the fluidity of movement he lacks. 2, fighter, put one foot in front of the other, let momentum aid your strikes. Or 3, leave. I think we'll just do our fightery thing.
Like this, you mean? Step, step, strike. Yes! You really know what you're doing. Found this by the road. Bet you'll put it to good use.
Ooh. One last thing, don't shout out your moves like that, spoils the surprise for your foe. 2, keep training, in time you'll make short work of any goblin. Or 3, leave. Let's go with 2. I mean, he might think we're bolstering his confidence, but we know better.
Hopefully it's just the goblins we have to worry about. The druids are treating us like vermin. But I'll keep at it. Thank you.
Alright. Yep, one last thing, don't shout out your moves like that, spoils the surprise for your foe.
Oh, yes. I'll bite my tongue when the time comes.
So we got some sort of... Alright, just a battle axe. That's fair. Not going to use it, but it'll be good to sell.
I think you've inspired them enough today.
Sure. So what's up this way?
You'll
gonna be sorry.
Ooh, a prison.
You ain't gonna shoot me. Your hands are shaking.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of the way.
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with.
So 1, shut up, those words could be your last. 2, step between the crossbow and the goblin. Or 3, do nothing. Let's do nothing.
Doesn't even matter if you kill me. I'm chosen by the absolute I am. I'm blessed. Here it comes, you little beast.
I like the goblin's hair.
That goblin won't be the last.
Well, indeed. 1, it was a nice shot if nothing else. 2, bit of a fish in the barrel there. You could have given her a fighting chance. Go with that one.
Fighting chance. That's more than Cannon got.
Oh, that's what you're annoyed about. That makes sense. Oh, Astarion wants to say something. Astarion.
Take these refugees for killers. Maybe I've misjudged them. They're still going to die, but at least they're willing to fight.
1, that wasn't a fight, it was murder. 2, they're desperate and desperate people will do anything. 3, I don't care if they fight or die, I just want to find a healer. Let's go with that.
Well said. Shall we get on then?
Going around? No. Good. Let's see if we can loot that body. Boo! Alright. So looting the dead goblin's body counts as a crime, but like going through the evidence and equipment chest doesn't. Huh. Oh, it's like a bedroll. Alright. A whole chicken. The plucked neck hangs floppily to one side, its dead eyes ever so slightly open. Wine, silver glass, and a sunmelon half. Oh yeah! Astarion was really quite upset about the whole squirrel incident earlier, so I should make up for it. Alright, that's locked. For Korga and Nettie. Korga's the druid leader, I think. We could just break down the door. Is weapon durability a thing in this? Doesn't seem to be. Poke. 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 There we go. Set it on fire. There's a bedroll, cooking pot. I guess it was just like a prison cell overhang. Oh, we could have gone around. And I'm not sure why we would have wanted to, but there doesn't seem to be a path up this way. Oh, that goes behind the whatchamacallit? The pantry.
That might be worth a look.
Ooh. Alright. Also, loose rock. Oh. Alright. It's not hiding anything. Guardian statue? Is this bear gonna come to life? Oh, there are some goblins. Goblins! So what? Gresh. So there's a brawler, a tracker of level 2. And presumably another level 2 ranger. Alright, we can take them. Who do we want to send in first? Let's send in Lae'zel first, I guess. And maybe we can overhear some stuff. Oh, there's an unconscious person there. Well, I want to hear if they've got anything to say. I'm going to unstealth. After... Can I pickpocket? Oh, nope.
Did some bleeding arts show up to save the Druid? I'll cut you to pieces. Kill 'em!
What the heck happened? Oh, Findle died. I wonder if we could have saved them. I'm going to reload the save, just to see. Because I did deliberately wait around and get caught, even though my instincts were telling me to just attack, so... Because they were on 1 health, so they weren't already dead, is the thing. Let's just stealth everyone. And see if we can actually get that first attack in. Ah, their cones of vision have changed. Or more likely, their cones of vision are actually more accurate now. Oh, get closer. %94%, that seems pretty great. Oh, actually. What's going on? We've got a black screen now. This might be a crash. Let's give it like a couple of minutes. See if it sorts itself out. Because everyone loves, you know, this blank screen content. Oh, I'm hearing noises. Oh. Let me see if pressing buttons does anything. Okay. I think I can just reload. Quick load. Is this doing anything? No, I think we crashed. Alright. Quit out, and we'll reload it. I might switch over to DirectX 11, because they said if you were having troubles to switch off Vulkan and go to DirectX. I assume that Vulkan typically runs better, but there might be some bugs. I don't know. Clearly the game was like, alright, you've tried to be stealthy on us, now we'll be stealthy on you and you won't see anything. Come on, let me reload it. Stop doing the cloud syncing thing. I wish you could just say, hey, stop Cloud Sync, just let me boot the fucking game. But no. That is not an option. Instead, we've got to wait like a couple of minutes whilst... I mean, I guess it's also fighting the stream. Because the Cloud Sync, it's trying to like upload our saves at the same time as the stream is trying to upload, and that's always great. Alright, while this is happening, it's getting a little bit gloomy, so I'm going to turn on some lights. Be back in a moment. Alright, I am back. And Baldur's Gate still hasn't cloud synced. Just let me play you. It is still an early access, so I don't blame it too much for crashing. Just a little bit. There we go. Boot up, boot up. I want to stab some gobbos. Even though my party doesn't have any hobbitos. Oh, I'm just feeling a bit goofy right now. Oh, there we go. DirectX 11, good. Hopefully we should have image again. All right. Okay, just let me quickly do some things. Just wanted to ban the 2 spammers. There we go. Oh. Go away, Windows Firewall. Alright, yeah. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. There we are. Right, so at some point one of them either turns away or gets distracted. And we can sneak up on them for an attack. I'm honest, I don't think we need to. They're not particularly strong as is. There we go.
Could wake him up by chopping off a toe. That'd be funny.
Oh, it's happened again. I don't think the game likes sort of figuring out combat and conversation at the same time. Oh, that's right. Quick load. Quick load fixed it. Alright, I guess we'll just run up to them. That's a bit of a shame. I might see if we can remember that and submit it as a bug report. They have already done 2 hotfix updates, which is pretty great. So it gives me a lot of confidence that if something is going... What the...
Did some bleeding arts show up to save the Druid? I'll cut you to pieces. Kill 'em!
What the... Like, what the actual... Like, I walked past that 3 times already without any issue. I guess we have to sneak past it, that's why it's a Guardian? I'm very confused. Also, we don't appear to have image. Oh, right. This should have fixed it. Sorry for the black screen for the last couple of minutes then, I guess. Alright. Nope. Sneak. There we go. So I guess why there's that gap in the mud is because of the fireballs. That's some cool design.
Did some bleeding arts show up to save the Druid? I'll cut you to pieces. Kill 'em!
Alright, so they're surprised. Let's see if we can get up and hit him. Alright, so that one got killed. Fintel's still alive. See if we can sneak up on this one. They appear to be facing the other direction. And this one will be tougher. Alright, let's see if we can go around. Oh. Yeah! We are the experts of cheese. Alright, we can get up here. And if we hit them, that's 1d8 plus 3. We could cantrip Fireball, but that does less, so... Oh, where's... Drop and Grasp should be down here. Yeah. Poke! Oh, there's another one. Tracker Worm. And the worms ate into his brain. Yeah, we can't get up here. Alright. Yeah, I don't know the best way to get up here. That's a bit of a stinker. A number of people do have jump. So we could potentially try that and get up there. But in the meantime, let's get rid of Gerza. We do like a middling. Alright, we can get up. Oh no, that's too high as well. Oh, we can get up there. Cool. And I guess we'll just hang out here. What's that for? Well, these should not be up here. Let's get rid of that for now. So cantrip-wise, we have Guiding Bolt. Not Guiding Bolt. Tooltips. That's too high. Let me just check that that's what I think it is. Alright, I guess I'm just not getting... Mid-dialogue saves. Things are in dialogue. That would explain very little. Alright, so I think... Let's just move Shadowheart up over this way. Oh no, it's really bugged. Can she move? She cannot move. Alright, this is bugged out. Early access games. But it's all good. We're not even in the combat. So, I mean, now knowing what we know... Is there like a different way into... Yeah, because that person high up is a pain. Let's just grab Asterion for now. And see what we can do. See if we can just sort of walk around, maybe? It keeps saying mid-dialogue saves. I think what we might have to do is go to the main menu and reload properly. Alright, let's see if that works. I wonder what kind of put us in dialogue. Right. No. Alright, I'm gonna quit out and reload. Oh, that was a lot faster cloud sync. Thank you. I was prepared for another like 5 minutes of black screen. Oh, at some point we should go and meet Gale. Right, let's see if this does it. See, Shadowheart's hair looks so much better there than it does in-game. It looks so much messier in-game. It's probably intentional, but... Right, let's see. Yeah, we can quick save again. Oh yeah, it's gonna... Oh no, I wanted to split Astarion off. That's what I wanted. Do I dare try and start this off from stealth again? Because maybe that's what screwed it last time. How much damage to do? 1d6 plus 3. Could kill them, you know. We've got ranged sneak attack.
Did some bleeding arts show up? Kill 'em! That'd be funny.
Alright, that leaves us in a pretty good position.
Don't wear his voice out. We still need answers.
So 80% to kill with a ranged. 80% with melee. Let's try it ranged. That is great. So now we want to take care of this person up here. Who's our stealthiest person that's not Astarion? Lae'zel is +1. Shadowheart is +1. And power is 0. Right, let's see if we can do this. Okay, let's get up to the edge here and enter turn-based mode and see if we can sneak past. Oh, actually, we should have pass without trace. Nah, let's just see if we can sneak past. Oh, can't enter turn-based mode in combat. That's fine. Yeah. We go up here. And across. Nah, let's just shove them off. We move up. Sneaky, sneaky. Yes. Right now. See if we can get up there and get behind them. I want to stay away from Findle. See if we can keep him alive. Actually, no. Let's just do the attack. Oh, actually... Oh, stop. Too late. I was going to try and do the rush through. And... yeah, why not? Alright, that's pretty good. Asterian's already attacked. I think. Oh, I can dash as a bonus. I'd forgotten about that. Double your movement speed for the current turn. That's fine. Alright, so who's next? There's Sharp Eye and the Tracker. And we can probably do this with an action surge in all fairness. So let's action surge. Then take care of Gerza. Yeah! Get up here. And shove them back. And then Power can probably finish it off. Yeah! That took far too long.
His breaths are shallow, his wounds deep. He doesn't respond to your voice.
Can we heal? Healing word.
Take you. I'm exhausted. Better find somewhere to camp soon.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I thought I was gonna die down here.
So 1, how did those goblins slip into the grove? 2, was no one looking for you? 3, I'm surprised the goblins didn't gut you on sight. Why didn't they? Or 4, don't thank me yet. I'm here to finish what they started. I think we can go for 3. I'm surprised the goblins didn't gut you on sight. Why didn't they?
They were asking questions about a weapon. I told them the only weapons here are the ones the tieflings brought. I must tell the others what happened. I step careful. There are traps in these tunnels. And thank you again.
Alright. So you... Scimitar and an acid vial. Cool. Come on, let me... There we go. Goblin bow. What did Gerza have? Arabastin goblin bow. Fine. And the tracker worm. Alright, some more of that. That's fine. And there was a big chest up here. And there's a pathway. And some crates. And... oh, that connected to the... I remember where that connects to. That's cool. But that's back to the... Druids Grove. So Potion of Hill Giant Strength. Your strength score changes to 21 for a minute. That seems like it'll be very useful. Thieves' Tools. Some more Thieves' Tools. Trap Disarm Toolkit. Good, these are all useful resources. And a heavy chest next to some oil barrels. And what looks like a crack in the wall. I do not trust this. That's not to say I'm not going to lockpick it, but I'm going to drop a save beforehand. Right, there we go. Hysterium, what did your elf eyes see? Yeah, that's what I thought. Didn't even get a good look at what was in there. Should have moved the oil barrels away first, of course, but... I should have right-clicked on it to see if there was a way to, like, disarm trap or something. Alright, let's move those oil barrels away. Alright, so there's nothing for, like, disarm trap. Alright. Actually, can I move the chest, I guess? No. Alright. Come on, let's open it, move quickly away. Alright, that could have been worse. We got a staff with fly trap, chance to ensnare target if it is not a plant or beast. Huh, that seems cool. Alright, let's see what's up this way. Right, that's another stone door. Let me just... Oh, we seem to have missed a path. Where even am I on this map? So up over... Or it seems we can jump to this middle section here, maybe. And there seems to be a body. With a key. I bet that would have worked for the chest. Alright. So I'm betting this stone door up this way just leads to a door out in the wilderness, and the one over here is the one in the grove. And that, like, the goblins came across it, or something like that. Or that maybe that druid, because presumably that was the one that was with the people outside the camp. So maybe they tried to flee to this stone door, and the goblins followed them in.
Oh, you can practically smell the filth.
Yeah. That's the goblin camp over there. There's a Githyanki patrol. Actually, before I do anything else, I'm going to fast travel. Oh, actually, could I? Yeah. To roadside cliffs. So it turns out we just didn't go far enough.
That's unexpected. Last I saw you, you were lying in a crucible's worth of blood. An intellect devourer nibbling at your ear. Glad to see my eyes deceive me. I'm Gale. Well met.
Nice to meet you, Gale. Where did you appear from?
See that rune? Netherreese, I think. Weave so thick on it it's almost viscous. I had a taste, and just like that, swept from one room to the next. Not to mention, you're staring at me like a Rashimi at a blackboard. You're no wizard, are you?
I mean, I'm an eldritch knight. Why do you ask? Well, I don't take kindly to insults.
Thin-skinned and a dodger of questions. Usually means the answer's no. Guess that'll have to wait. Primary need now is a healer. I take it you recall the insertion of the parasite?
Their voice reminds me a lot of Steve Valentine, who voiced Alistair in Dragon Age. I don't think it is him, but it's just very reminiscent of that. Right, I recall it, yes, vividly.
Are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it'll turn us into mind flayers? A process known as ceremorphosis?
Yes.
It is to be avoided. I assume you're no accomplished healer either. Powerful cleric, maybe?
Look, is this a conversation or an interrogation?
Just trying to figure out where we stand. Conclusion? Nowhere. You and I are in a whole lot of trouble. We need help, and I'm not sure where we'll find it in this wilderness. How about we embark on the quest for a healer together?
Sounds like a plan. You're welcome to join me.
And I'm flattered, I'm sure. But it seems you're traveling with a substantial amount of companions already. Maybe later, yes?
Right. So now we're going to fast travel to camp. It's a campsite. Does anyone have some, like, exclamation marks over their heads? Oh! You're here. Hello.
We meet again, as predicted.
Well, you're at my campsite.
I shall be here in thy camp, for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Not to be rude, but what are you?
There are many answers to that question. None are important.
Skeletons aren't supposed to be able to talk.
Correct.
Are you going to explain further?
No.
What services do you offer?
Spins along as it should.
What kind of services can a skeleton offer?
A mending of the threads between life and death. Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more.
Impressive and probably expensive. What's this cost?
A matter of coin.
Alright. Well, I mean, nobody's died, so 200 gold resurrection. Doesn't seem the worst in the world. Let me just check. Lae'zel doesn't have anything right now. So if I wanted to have Gale in my party...
What's on your mind?
Join me, why don't you? There's plenty of adventure to be had.
There's room for adventure, but no room for me, it seems. You have your fair share of followers already.
Alright, so I think we're going to have to tell Lae'zel to bugger off first, then.
Great talent or not, no druid can cleanse an embedded tadpole. Give no credence to such fantasy.
Wait for me in camp.
Chook, you believe you can survive without me?
Not arguing, remain here.
As you say, do not keep me waiting.
And let's have Gale. I think we'll leave Will behind. Will seems to be a bit too much of a goody two-shoes for us. Join me, why don't you?
With pleasure. Lead on.
So let's get him some more hit points. So from level 1 to level 2. Subclass, Evocation or Abjuration? I think we'll go Evocation. We'll have a blaster. And let's have a look. So, prepared spells. I think we'll want Mage Armor. Let's get rid of Fog Cloud and put in Mage Armor. And Grease is great. I think we'll leave Thunder Wave behind and put in Featherfall. That seems reasonable. So we can get Featherfall. I guess, is this learning Featherfall? Sculpt spells. Create pockets of safety within your evocation spells. Allied creatures automatically succeed their saving throws and take no damage from these spells. That's great. That is really great. Okay, yeah, I think this might just be the spells that we're learning this level. So if I take out Ray of Sickness, for instance... Yeah. So we're learning Featherfall. And let's also learn Burning Yeah, let's learn Burning Hands. Give us an AoE and we'll take out Sleep and put in Burning Hands. That seems pretty great to me. Yeah, this ordering makes a lot more sense to have the learning above where we're preparing. But 20 hit points, that's good. Scorching Ray and Misty Step. Alright, let's leave off both of these. Some sort of AoE evocation would be great. Well, this seems like an AoE. Maybe. Alright, let's grab Shatter. And Blur. And we'll take out Fog Cloud. We'll put in Shatter. But I think we'll leave it at that. That seems good. And then just sort this stuff out. Always exciting to be fiddling with your hotbars. So once per day, out of combat, replenish expended spell slots, which allows you to cast spells. Ooh, that's good. And cantrips, we have Firebolt, Mage Hand, and Ray of Frost. Level 1, we have Witch Bolt, Mage Armor, Grease, Featherfall, and Burning Hands. And then level 2, we have... No, that's also... I don't know the difference. Does it increase duration? I think it just might be casting the same spell, but using up a higher level spell slot. Just in case you used up all level 1 spell slots, right? Alright, that seems good. And we're going to move this staff over to Gale. Yeah. There we go. Right. Don't know exactly where we want to go, but let's... Oh. The rest of you want to come with me? There we go. Not sure what the heck happened there, but... Where is Shadow? Wait, where's... Yeah. Alright. Alright, there we go. That's at least some semblance of party. Oh, we should go back to the Druid Grove. That's where we should go. And talk to Korga and Nettie. It's kind of strange that there's no fast travel point inside the Druid Grove. Or at least, well, there might be. I've just not found it yet. Ooh. I don't think we've talked to Torren yet.
This place is a bloody death trap, not a sanctuary. You should clear off while you can.
Alright. What sort of people think of us? They're all still neutral towards us. Alright.
He stares right past you as if you're invisible. Or boring.
Let's turn around to see what he's looking at.
You see nothing out of the ordinary. As you turn back, the child slips between the rocks.
Yeah, let's investigate these rocks. DC 13? 17! Yeah!
You find the edges of a concealed entrance. No trigger or handle, though. No way to open it.
Alright. Astarion, can you do anything about this? Tiefling hideout. Ooh. I see you. Oh, not throw. Jump. Oh, I can't jump that far. Different people have different jump. Don't think so. Alright, how do we get over there? Make this mage hand. Okay, we can't throw that far. That's a shame. Alright, let's go to the mage hand. Oh, it's just resummon the mage hand. Sure. There was a spell that we could potentially use, which I think would have teleported us. Bet there's something good in here. What if can I get up here? Too high. No. How do I dismiss the mage hand? Can I? Oh, there we go. Alright, I guess we're not getting that immediately.
Well, look who's come to visit. My kids say you've been busy since you got here. Not sure why you're poking your nose in our business, though.
The one, I don't even know what your business is. Or two, nothing piques my interest more than being told to stay away from somewhere, yeah.
We have that in common, then. But you aren't welcome here. This is our hideout. But hey, maybe you didn't know. Because of that, I'll give you a 10 count to leave.
You're joking, right?
9. Little slow on the uptake, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm not leaving. I go where I like. Told you already, and I'll tell you again if I have to.
Fine, then. What happens next is your fault. You did this to yourself.
Did what to myself?
You did this to yourself.
Alright. And I guess maybe we could have stolen their stuff, but now we can't. Can I get in conversation with you?
You did this to yourself.
And then switch out to Astarion. Oh, they have a stuffed bear. Cup. Studded shield. Pouch. DC of 5. Let's see if we can steal the pouch. So what's in it? Open. Ooh, an emerald ring. Alright, that's pretty good. Ha 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 ha! Alright, anything else around? There's a high section above. I don't know what that would get me. I don't think anything. Let's see what's up here. Seems to be another way out, I guess.
Tight fit. I won't be getting back in that way.
Where am I? In Mattis and Siffy?
You're going to get it now. Not sure what you did to piss off Mole. Don't want to know. Keep walking, scab.
Alright. I feel like I've maybe cut off a little quest, but dems to breaks. Alright, we need to get down into the grove. Well, not even the grove, like in this little temple bit.
Please, let us through. Let my daughter go right now.
She's a thief, hellspawn, and you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back!
Oh, let me through, Mragrashem, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
can't bear to see this.
Damn it. We could have taken those guards.
I'd rather you not get eaten by a bear.
Stop! Move back at once!
So 1, if it weren't for me, you'd be overrun by goblins. I'll go where I please. 2, why? What's so special down there? 3, ignore them and proceed. Or 4, leave. I'm going to go 1. If it weren't for me, you'd be overrun by goblins by now. I'll go where I please.
Keep back! Force my hand and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Giona.
What? Oh, I understand. You. Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
That's good, because I was pretty close to attacking you right there.
Complexum tuum aptera ortum agnostifera.
So, your complexity to Earth something? To the human... Wait. To the mind and the humors? My Latin's too rusty. Ooh. Apicusis.
Find our master.
Alright, so that seems to be the way to Korga. What else is around? There's a bear called Tuffet who seems to be guarding something. Aww. Yeah, let's nudge the bear's flank. DC 11? Uh-oh. Oh. Bosk. Alright, you're just sleeping. And Ormond seems to be a bit aggressive. Alright then. I'll leave you to it. Alright, let's head there, this stone door. I assume none of these people are Nettie.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Got some plaques.
The forest rose with claw and tooth to tear the darkness from its roots. The mural depicts druid and beast fighting together to drive monsters from their land. It looks like they were victorious, and yet the monsters have returned.
Druidic propaganda.
No longer.
That's Korga.
Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just a
what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the devil, and I will cast out the rest.
Thief? Poison? What's this girl's actual crime? Or 2, imprison her, she's just a child. 3, do nothing. Or 4, one of your guards outside said you wanted to see me, here I am. I'm gonna go with imprison her, she's just a child.
She's a parasite. She eats our food, drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks. Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
Come, Korga. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it.
Tiefling, nature, don't druids cherish harmony? Jailing the girl disrupts nature's balance. 2, tiefling persuasion. Release her, I'll see that she stays out of trouble. 3, keep silent, or 4, prepare to attack. I'm going to prepare to attack, you know. Screw this.
Leave it. Remember why we're here.
Carry out your attack.
It is as I feared. The tiefling strikes on Zevlor's behalf. Call the circle to arms. We will cleanse the grove of parasites once and for all. Fila, attack!
Alright, let's see how this goes. So... Oh, Arabella got killed. Right, so we've got 4 enemies. Oh, we're against Nettie as well. I guess she went first and did the killing. Okay, we've not got enough to kill Korga. Who's next? Gale. Eloix. Oh, they're only level 1, alright. Okay, let's move up this way and see if we can do a ranged sneak attack on Korga. We don't have any... Ooh. So if we were to... Yeah, let's do our cunning action. 84%, that's a lot better. Yeah! Then Gale, I'm going to see if I can take out some of these people. Does Burning Hands just afflict a single target then? So 3d6, that averages out at, what, about 10 or 11? Oh, there we go. There's the cone. I see it. But it hasn't quite got the range. Means I think this is going to be our best shot. I mean, Shatter would be a better shot, but... I mean, let's see if this'll do it, I guess. Ah! That's a shame. Have we got anything else we can do? Oh yeah, we can reactivate it. That is a true thing. Alright, that seems to be it for Gale. Well, Gale will be able to take them out probably next turn. So, Shadowheart. Let's move up this way. And what powerful spells we got? We've got Hold Person. Oh, Journey updated Save Arabella. That didn't go well. Yeah, it was killed by Korga Snake. So, Guiding Bolt will probably be a good shot. What's our chance? Yeah, 40%. That's not great. We haven't actually got the path for Guiding Bolt. That is a shame. Instead, so there's a 50% chance on Nettie. Nettie seems to potentially be a mage. Well, a druid. Alright. I'm guessing charm person, 50%. $50, $40. Let's try hold person on Nettie. Boo. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so they've healed themselves. That is a butt. Okay, so for us... Thunderwave will probably be a good shout. I mean, it'll affect everyone, though, won't it? That's the issue. So, no, keep moving. Oh, it's a square in front of us. That would have affected things, but alas. Should have thought of this beforehand. That's fine. Have we still got action surge? We do! Good. That's 1d8. This is 1d8 plus 3. So I think let's take out Markaril. That makes the most sense to me. And we'll action surge. To try and do that again. Yeah. Shoving's not going to do anything for us. Oh, your hold person works. Okay, sneak attack. Really? I think it was only 60% as well. I guess they've got some good AC going on. Alright, fine. Let's activate the Witch Bolt. Oh, I thought that was a bonus action. I guess the bonus is that it's 100% chance. Alright. I mean, this isn't going as well as I'd hope. So we've got an 80% chance of a melee hit. That seems pretty decent. I don't think anyone... No, no one really needs healing. So let's take out Markaril. And... yeah, let's try and just get as close as we can to Nettie. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to get up that way. Huh. You got to attack and cast Thunderwave? I think that was Thunderwave. It'd be nice to see, like, a log of events. Ah, there we go. There is a log. Alright. Oh, Nettie's turned into a spider. Yeah, it was Thunderwave. Huh. Okay. In terms of... alright, so eating stuff is a bonus action. That is good. That is very good. So Chill Touch might seem to be a shot. I'm guessing Ray of Sickness is a penalty. Yeah, it's too close. Right, that's not going to affect it. They have too much hit points. Oh no, chill touch is also too close. Huh. Alright. Oh, it's level 4. I guess we attack. And 2d4 plus 2. Yeah, let's... Can I... There we go. And we heal! So... Oh, this is an AoE as well. Yeah. That's 50% on you. And the target is out of sight. That seems unlikely, but alright. 42, 36. Let's try the Shatter. Actually, no, let's try the Witch Bolt, because we can do that turn on turn. Target is obscured by shadows. Do I have a status effect on me? Did they have a status effect on them? Well, let's just move a little closer. I don't know why they're obscured by shadows. Is it just... Are they maybe like in a dark part, I guess? Alright, I guess we'll try the Shatter. Alright, they saved, but it still did damage. And Shadow Heart, 40% chance of hold person. Let's try it. Ooh, I think that succeeded. That is good. Let's move around and see if we can shove him. Yeah. To bring him close to other people. Okay. I think we get advantage. Do we get to sneak attack them? Ooh, yeah. Critical hit. So for us, we've used up all our second level spell slots. Guiding bolt, they're obscured by shadows. That's a pain. 42, 84 for melee. Let's just do the melee. Oh, and their concentration got broken. That's very good. I didn't realize that hold person was a concentration spell. And Gale, have some more health. 36, 42. They are already on fire, which is great. Takes additional fire damage for the duration. Let's just keep burning them. Aww. But we'll jump away. Well, that was lucky. Alright, that's good. Well, we had... Really? I thought that you tried to save hold person at the end of the turn. Maybe I'm mistaken. Right. That's 30%, melee is 60%, that's... yeah. No question. Let's get that sneak attack going again. It's okay. We can do this. Guiding bolt. Alright, that was good. Well, healing words, Gale up. Oh, this is bad for Thunderbolt. Thunderwave, sorry, not Thunderbolt. Okay, let's jump. Oh. I really wish you could lock it so that you don't move before doing the jump. There we go. Alright, they're both looking pretty bad. Wait, did Shadowheart not get a turn? Oh, no, I think Shadowheart already did their turn, didn't they? That is true. So I think we got... Yeah, there it is. Rush. Through both of them. I think we're mostly out of the woods now. As in, we're hurt. Don't get me wrong. Yeah! Noxalis, we murdered some druids! We got no more second level spell slots, do we? Nah. Alright. Well, let's loot. Brood Mother's Revenge. Each of this amulet's jewels shines like a viper's eye. The wearer of this item gains venomous revenge. Whenever the wearer is healed, its weapon drips with poison and deals additional poison damage. That's really interesting. And a whole chicken. Good. And Markaril just has some basic stuff. Nettie has some Wyvern poison. Oh, that's strong. And an arcane circlet, increased nature. Arabella has nothing. And Loic just has some basic stuff. Alright. So who currently out of the four of us has the best nature? That would be wisdom. That would be intelligence. Alright, Gale has the best intelligence, so Gale gets the circlet. And I think I'm going to put this on a Starian. Let me switch to... Yeah, there we go. You get that. You get that. Drop a bit of a save. And I'm going to get some more water. I'll be back in a moment. Righty-ho. Let's check the sound is back. Yes, it is. Good. So what else is around? I suspect we'll be in combat as soon as we leave here. Gold and a bone. Oh. That's a door. Some nice garlic, apparently. Well, we don't know that Astarian's a vampire yet, but he is. And can eat garlic, apparently. Without any ill effects. Oh, wounded bird. Let's talk to you.
The bird's eyes are glassy. Its breathing weak.
Aww. Oh, I'm moving around a scale. That's fair. My dear Nettie, I entrust you with the circlet to open the library. Wear it always. If you need to enter the vault, talk to Wrath. He has the rune, but won't give it to anyone. So be sure you have good reason to ask. Protect my research while I'm gone and take care of the animals. Don't give fish to Tuffet. He's getting lazy. Master Halsin. So we've got that circlet now. And Flora of the Dale Lands. You flick through meticulously illustrated pages listing plants, their uses, and how best to harvest them. The book is in immaculate condition, obviously well cared for, but on one page you find a hastily scribbled note in the margins of an entry. Kalemvor's Kiss, a briar that grows in the darkest forests of Shadowdale. Its thorn secretes a poison that can kill in hours. Strong victims have lasted up to 2 days. Although deadly, this poison is shunned by some as its effects are painless. To treat, boil bundle of mugwort in cauldron of Therin, blessed by Sylvanus. Consume at once, hope for his mercy. We've looked in that. Some more containers. Ooh. Bit of ink pots and quills, alright. That's a bed. So how does Will like us now that we've attacked the Druids, I guess? Oh, I bet we can't see that from this. No. Right, Oral Histories of Faerun, Chapter 25. This book is comprised of several chapters, one for each cited source. It claims to contain first-hand transcriptions of the oral histories of several storytellers throughout the realm. Cornelius and Temelius Worthywart, halflings encountered on the Golden Road south of Innerlith. I met the brothers, or rather, they found me in the lower pass through the Fireshear Mountains. They had encountered a trail of golden discs along the path and had resolved to gather and return them to whatever fool had more coin than common sense. It was our mutual embarrassment then that I removed my cloak to reveal my patchwork yellow hide. It was molting season, I explained, and a traveller on the road had not the luxury to shed their scales in private as would be proper. I suspect they knew too little of Dragonborn to be appropriately disgusted and instead invited me to sup with them. Over a roadside fire, I learned of the purpose behind their journey. Cornelius, Luren, my lad, our ancestral home, it was lost during the spell plague. Weren't nothing lost, Khan. It's not Nan's lucky Nashers, is it? It sank! Wasn't I there when the blue fire took it? Sure, what do you remember? You in the eye to a gnome. I remember you crying. Maybe it was you that sank the place. Going back to finish the job? Watch that lip, lest I fatten it. Only a fool speaks ill of his homeland. Their brows were bristling dangerously, and so I diverted hostilities by speaking of my own people's ancestral home, the blighted world of Abir, and the 1,000-year tyranny of dragons we lived under until the blue fire of the spell plague brought us to this world. Right, another potato! I'm gonna take that bowl. Screw bowls. Or that mug. And a druidic notebook. This is an ancient notebook whose ink is faded and pages are starting to crumble. It's not easy, but some words can still be made out. How do you describe events like these? An accident? A tragedy? The cruelty of fate? Doesn't matter. Isabel is just as dead. I don't remember what happened with any clarity. We were negotiating. She with... I led the Druids. Words greeted through the first punch. It was mayhem. Stared at me, my glaive's blade buried in her stomach and shock in her eyes. I can't believe she wanted to hurt me. It was pure instinct, the heat of combat. Washed the blood from my hands. My glaive was still there, coated in her blood, but something else felt different. There's a sickness in the blade. It seems cursed, but by whom? Selune herself. It is locked away now. I do not trust its power in the wrong hands, and I never want to see it again. Ooh, I want this glaive.
Something over there.
Right, let's get on that after we've read this book draft. This seems to be the second volume in a series written by an amateur novelist. The title on the cover, Love in Shadowed Lands, is crossed out. The ebony-haired woman notices Roa's gaze and crosses the grove, winking, smiling, as she stands by the druid's side. I don't usually wear it out in the open, she says, tapping the brooch on her cloak. A crescent moon and harp pinned to her chest. Except for special occasions. What's a harper doing in the Grove of Sylvanus? Roa asks. Not just one. She gestures to a group by the sacred pool. We're generally more cloak and dagger, she continues, thwarting tyrants and guarding, protecting. The realm is best done in secret. But you lot have a fight on your hands. We're here to help. Since when did the Emerald Enclave need a bunch of harpers, Rua says. You haven't heard, she laughs, her laugh tinkling like a bell. Strap in, sweetie. We're about to take on Dark Justiciars, their demented leader Catheric Torm, and, if we're very lucky, Shah herself. Actually, before I do anything else... Oh, I've got no more first level spell slots. Yeah, I don't think there's any other real healing, so I might see if I can fast travel. Or in fact, just... Short rest or long rest? I think long rest.
If Sylvanus is the mighty oak, his druids were but the weakest of his leaves, tossed by the winds of fury. I can't shake the image of what happened to the grove. The winds have blown, and the harvest has come. The oak stands lone and barren.
The one, they felt threatened and lashed out, a tragedy I wish we could have avoided. 2, they were in need of a lesson and we taught it well. Or come, let's move on, what's done is done. I think they were in need of a lesson and we taught it well.
One usually needs to be alive to reap the benefits of education. If anything, we taught them too well.
Anyone else have anything they want to say? Ooh. I bet this is where we can store stuff. Got an Nautiloid tank in there? Right. What's that? Right. I don't think we can move this map. Alright. So if we were to want to change like someone's spells between days... Astarion doesn't even know Mage Hand. Alright. Gonna need to fix that in the next level up, but sure. Let's just sleep. And then get back to where we were. Yeah.
Where are you?
Alright, that was creepy.
I can't even see a lock to pick.
Alright. There we go. We've got a load of lockpicks anyway. Ah, dissected drow.
I wonder what happened to that drow.
There's a tadpole too, pickling in a jar.
Never mind that. What a statue.
Oh, this like wolf.
To the owner of the place.
Alright, this is weird. Let's read the druid note. The Emerald Enclave won't send help even if I asked. This land is wounded and the rot is deep, but it's deep everywhere. Can't wait for help to come, but perhaps I need not face the darkness alone. Notes on drow parasite. Anatomical sketches of both a drow and an illithid tadpole are accompanied by notes written in an urgent scribble. The parasite was nestled deep in the brain matter. Illithid undoubtedly, yet the host seemed unaware while alive. No visible signs of ceremorphosis on the cadaver, most strange. The final note is a single underlined word. Altered?
Looks like housing's our best bet for a cure.
Haven't we already rescued Halsid, or was that someone else?
See what he knows.
Assuming he's still alive.
I really wish it would pause dialogue.
Speculation will get us nowhere. Let's go find him.
For fuck's sake. Right. Oh. Will's dead? How did Will die? Alright. I guess Will's dead. Okay. Bubble tentacles. Halsin's journal. Extraordinary happenings. While meditating in the forest, Nettie and I were ambushed by a pack of goblins led by a drow. We had no choice but to defend ourselves. But that is not the extraordinary or rather disturbing part. On the drow's death, a parasitic creature emerged from the corpse and attempted to escape. I managed to capture it, and have the host's cadaver here in my study. I've told no one of my fears. Nettie suspects, but knows better than to ask. I will investigate further before informing the others. Korga will demand answers I don't yet have. I'd better record any further findings in a separate journal and keep them upon my person, lest prying eyes jump to the wrong conclusions. Alright, so... Oh, that was Halsin's journal. The sightings record. A long list of owlbear sightings in the region, separated by date. The latest entry, written a 10-day ago, says cub. The word is underlined several times. Yes! So that's all the things up here. There are a number of runes. I bet this is part of a puzzle. Historic scroll. In Ketheric, I see my errors made manifest. He did not fall, he was pushed. His grief was twisted by shadow, but none could deny my hand gave that grief shape. Alright, who's Ketheric? And let's just see what's in here first. Anything? Scroll of Grease. The secret societies of the Sword Coast exposed. The Harpers. The most well-known of the Sword Coast's cabals, perhaps, but certainly not benign in its shrouded doings. My sources claim that those belonging to this mysterious faction bore power. But if that is so, why do they not expose the revelations of their inquiries for the public good? Why indeed? Because knowledge is power. And the Harpers intend to keep both for themselves. Shadow Druids. Weigh the life of a man against that of a sapling oak. Which do you value more highly? Ask a Shadow Druid the same question, and be shocked by their answer. This dangerous group utterly disregards intelligent life in favor of the life of plants and insects. Their perversion of the natural order leads them to plan and execute plots so dastardly that the mere description of one would leave you glancing sideways at your begonias. The Order of Klurd. That doesn't sound real. The least known and accordingly most dangerous of the secret societies I've researched is the Order of Klurd. My sources tell me this shadowy conspiracy of murderers, mutilators, and tyrants regularly meet to plan the demise of any number of innocent citizens of our fair land. What's more, they like it. Dark Justiciars. I shudder even to inscribe their name upon the purity of this page. I shall leave it at this. They worship Shah. Shah's been mentioned a couple of times, but we don't know too much about them. Out of game, I'm fairly sure that Shadowheart is a cleric of Shah. But again, that's not something we've been told. Right stuff. And then back here. Scroll of Inflict Wounds. Oh yeah, I should have looked at some scrolls in that last fight. I can't believe Will's dead.
What's something over there?
Where? Here? Alright, before I look at lock-picking that, I think I'm going to try this puzzle and see if the puzzle opens the door. And also see if we can find any just key around, right? Scroll a Witch Bolt, that's good. Alright. Ah, there's an empty socket there. I guess we need to find another rune?
It's broken, but not too badly.
Or is this like a combination lock? Well, either way, let's see if Astarion can lockpick through here. Ah, we've run out of lockpicks. I'm going to be cheeky and reload that save. Because I didn't realize we were that close. Ah. Well, let's have another look around and tell the parents of that tiefling that their kid might have been killed by a snake. You know, maybe. And also, we've not fully explored around here. Ooh. There was something about a cauldron of Theriac, I think we remember. Like an antidote. Yeah, we can make stuff in here. What was it? I feel it was a herb of some sort. Oh, come on. I think it was in the Flora book. Yeah, we want mugwort. Yeah, that's how you make an antidote to this poison. We do have some mugwort. Cool. What section was it even in? Ingredients, magical... Consumables? Yeah, consumables. Cool. Can we... Oh, there we go. An elixir of Sylvanas. Cool. What is... I wish there was a hotkey to just get rid of that. Alright, we've not gone up here yet. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. That's good. Oh, actually, the ink pot seems to be quite valuable. Cool. Grab that, leave the quills. What else we got around? Nothing much. Those might be useful, I'm not sure. Let's check our weight. Oh, we are overweight. Again, I don't know exactly what weight affects. Just move these over. Oh. I think this was Shaz. Not Shaz, Shadowheart, that's her name. I remember things. I think we can... There we go, there's sort. Yeah, we can sort by weight. Okay, that'll do for now. We've not got infinite time left in this stream, like half an hour, so I'll probably have a proper sort out before next one. the subject of Gond and progress. Benji, enough is enough. I'm sick and tired of hearing about your precious Emerald Enclave. They claim to be allies of the people of favor and that they fight to balance civilization and nature in a chaotic world, but this is lies. They are enemies of progress, of intellect, who would be happiest if the world reverted to a time of outdoor privies and knuckle-dragging proto-folk. Please visit me at the High House of Wonders in Baldur's Gate. The things I've learned during my apprenticeship are simply, well, wondrous. There's the water pumps, no more back-breaking work for a simple bucket of water, a steam-powered oxen that can drive your wagon for days on end, even this letter. It was transcribed and printed on the newest mechanized printing press. I had a little fun and printed several copies just for the sake of it. Please, brother, I cannot bear the thought of coming home to find you picking berries out of a tree and arguing with mother and dad about whether or not their crops impede on fox territory. Right back soon, okay? And don't forget, Dad's birthday's next month. Love, Abigail. So Baldur's Gate is this lovely mechanized metropolis. Anything good? Nah. Good. Yeah, I thought I saw something back there. That's a cool little hiding spot. I thought I had a key. Do I not have Korga's key? Yeah, I do. Alright. Yeah. So inside is a bloodstone, a half-torn note. The marks crisscrossing the page don't look scribed as much as slashed. Korga, swamp docks, tree, meet me, alone, Oladan. Alright. And for this, what's this? The Faldawn's Canticle, the Shadow Druid's Doctrine. The book's spine is limber from overuse. The corner of one page is folded inwards. Balance is a myth. Where any clan treads, nature struggles. Unity is a fiction. Men of mere flesh seek only to tame beasts and raise flora. We are the thunder and we are the rain. We shatter mankind and grow new life in its place. So is Korga part of like this secret druid cabal, I guess? There's a book draft somewhere around. Ah, there it is. Neatly written chapters fill this journal. A list of what appears to be book publishers in Baldur's Gate are on the first page. The cover has a multitude of titles all crossed out. The Unforeseen Alliance, Volume 1, Druids and Harpers, A Fight for Good, The Shadowed Evil, Who Dares to Stand Against It. Our hero, the brave, mighty Druid Roa, arrives in the Grove. When he received the summons from the Emerald Enclave, he knew something was afoot. Filled with druids and rangers alike, members of the Enclave are scattered across the realm. They fight to preserve the natural order, keep the elemental forces of the world in check, and do battle with those who would upset this delicate balance. They are fierce warriors, though none as fierce as Rua. Built like an ox, a bear, he stands head and shoulders above the crowd. The grove is buzzing with activity. Rua spots a beautiful woman with ebony hair, flowing past her shoulders, her eyes as blue as a summer's day bluebird. His smile turns to a frown as he notices the crescent moon and harp pinned to her chest. By Sylvanus, what's a harper doing here? Finding out more about this story. This, you know, bad story. Don't even know if I wanted to pick that up, but I have now. The Emerald Enclave, tenets. The Elder Circle doth decree the greatest tenets number 3. Page break. 1. The natural or line break, I guess. The natural order must be preserved no matter its form. Forces that would disrupt the natural order must be destroyed. And 3. The Emerald Enclave must offer aid to the weary and injured. Okay. And the Rite of Thorns. Interwoven prayers and incantations snake across one side of the page. Written on the other are instructions for performing the Rite of Thorns. When the prayer is complete, thorns and brambles rise from the earth, protecting from harm all who chanted it. Is that maybe what they were doing? Like they were just trying to create a thorny shell? Okay. I guess we've explored everything in here for now. Let's deal with, no doubt, the battle that's going to happen outside these doors. Oh. Okay. Oh, hello, Wrath.
We've won, yes. But at what cost? The peace of this grove has been shattered forever.
Is everyone dead? Literally everyone. Who has a fire cantrip? And can I use my mouse? Yeah, there we go. Oh, poison doesn't set on fire, I guess. Alright, let's fast travel to the grove so that we're not just walking through poison. Alright, there seem to be other people. Well, that's a nice touch that they actually have them run to the winch when we approach the door. Alright, some of these people are still alive. Oh, there's Will.
Tired of washing blood off my hands.
How did they die? Cal is dead. They were supposed to be at camp. I mean, they seem fine. What about... is it Zakran? Korga died before the tieflings were forced out of the grove. Yeah, Zevlor, that's who we're looking for. Rex, Roland, Lacrissa, Damon. Alright. Maybe he's still out near the front. Because this is where we talked to him previously. I can't remember where he walked off to. Probably up this way, I reckon. I must say, I wasn't expecting this whole stream to pretty much just be in the Druid Grove. That's canon. Do you have anything to say?
We no longer need to fear a dagger in the back from our kindly hosts. Thank you for standing by us.
I mean, to an extent. That's the pink-haired tiefling that we got a soul coin off. but not found Zevlor or Zevlor's body. Aldani, Ikron, that's Will, that's Cal. Mino. Carrick. Ayla, Elwyn, Ormu. Oh, that's Findle. Alright. We're grabbing that. So... we have to increase our nature. And makes us look cool and gives us hair back. Yeah. And I think we'll give this leather helmet to... what can I give to Shadowheart? There we go. There we go. Are these the parents?
Look at this place. Some safe haven it turned out to be.
Thought we were safe here, but nowhere's safe, is it?
And you?
Can you believe those druids? Taking us in, then turning on us? Savages.
Apparently. What's up this way? I don't think we've been here before. Sacred Pool. I do feel kind of bad for doing this. I'm running a second playthrough at the same time as this that I'm always staying sort of behind this one on. So I'm gonna see if I can do it a different way for that.
Is someone singing?
It's beautiful.
I'm guessing we're in for something siren-y. Nah, I'm not going to explore that today, though. I want to find Zevi. Actually, we should speak with Dead on some of these people. Maybe Will. Actually, can we revivify Will? Good to see you're still practicing. Alright, let's see if we can revivify Will. I'm just going to drop a quick save in case it doesn't work, because I don't want to just waste a revivify scroll on nothing. Okay, we can't do it. But what we can do...
The corpse remains silent.
That's kind of disappointing. Alright, so we've just wasted our Speak With Dead for no good reason. Alright, again, no one of particular note. Leah and Roland. I can't remember who
I'm glad
you are.
Who knows what would have happened otherwise?
Still got a trader at least. Oh, there's a boar. Yes, please.
I thought druids were peaceful sorts. Nature lovers. Shows what I know.
In terms of save Arabella... Or maybe her parents are dead as well.
Thought this place was pretty when we first arrived. Slaughterhouse now.
And you also seem to be inside someone else.
A pile of dead druids and the rest of us weakened before another fight. Perfect.
Sorry, no gruel on the pot today. Now that this druid mess is over, I'm gonna have to store up all the rations I can. Which isn't much, but we'll make do.
Well, good. Going through here? No. Alright, I guess we're just not going to find him. Oh yeah, let's talk to you. Still practicing despite all your dead friends. Aw, tough it.
So much for the druids. Looks like all my sword training did some good.
You seem too happy about that. Right, let's see if we can get back in. How the heck do we get back in there without getting poisoned to all... You know... I bet there's a way. So if we... Yeah, going around doesn't look like it'll do us much good. Maybe just jumping will work. Alright, let's separate power off. Because I imagine once we go through the door, everyone will just be together, so... Yeah, jumping. Go ahead and jump! Oh no, the rest of the party isn't here. It would be so useful if I could just get them to, like, all jump at the same time. Oh no, just... Alright. I guess they're just fine about the whole poison thing. So we've got the new circlet, so we should be able to go through the door. Like, we don't have another rune, but... where was it? Was it... Was it not? Yeah, it was this way, wasn't it? Oh. That's not actually a wall. Alright.
It's opened. I wonder what's back there.
I mean, a lot of poison. So if I were to throw like a candle in there. I think we got a candle. There we go. Alright. I mean, that was interesting at least. Right, come on, firebolt in there. There's another door. Let me just try running through. What's the worst that happens? Oh, here we are. This was not where I expected to end up.
That's curious.
Alright, did I spot the vent? I wish it was more obvious when I spotted a thing. Right, let's just enter turn-based mode. Oh, oh, I see it. Was there a thing I can put on it? Alright, we've got a moss covered stone. Come on, let me just... There we go. There is not a door here. Oh, right, the problem is that I can't see through the cloud. I getcha. Oh well. I wish there was something more exciting behind that door, but alright. So I think that's it for the Druids Grove. I think what we're going to do is probably leave it there for today, as I don't really want to start anything. Yeah, I don't want to start anything new. So apparently we can still find House, and I thought we found their corpse. Maybe that was someone else. But yeah, so maybe find them, but I think the main thing we're going to do is we're going to try and go to the Goblin Camp, or possibly deal with like these ruins over here, because we don't think we've done that yet, and that might be worth looking into. We're a decent way away from level 4, but yeah, thank you for joining me. I put these episodes up on YouTube, usually the day after they're streamed. So if you're watching this on YouTube, check out the actual Twitch streams. And thank you for joining me. See you next time. Goodbye.